Everything seems to be covered in a veil of illusion. Is this real life? Is this just fantasy? Find out this week on Hapless Heroes.
He believes that he has found Dopplepopolis.
Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start this evening, as we start all of ours, from eeny, meeny, miny, my left, with Zach as Parrot of Lincolnwoods.
It's me, I'm here.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
I didn't get to finish my COD game.
To his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
Let's make more plans.
The COD game sounds kind of fishy.
Here we
Shit.
go.
He didn't know what he was doing, so.
Anyway, off to Francesco's left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
At my service.
And to his left, to round out the table, we have Phil as Hedrick the Entertainer.
I hope luck is later tonight.
Wow.
So, we last left off on the revelation that most of what's been going on here is an absolute illusion. 99% of the buildings are still here. They're just in disrepair, as though it's been abandoned for a little while.
Which Paradil and Felix can see with their shaded magic detecting goggles.
Yes.
Yeah, so we kind of had this like nice little get up last time where like we were combining your welding mask with my detect magic goggles because apparently the house that these kids that we're looking for, these magical like prodigies, just enchanted the absolute shit out of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Including the parents and a lot of the people in town that we've been talking to potentially. I mean, right now we've confirmed for sure that the parents in this house are an absolute illusion, and
They're
Jarrell
like
is
magical automatons.
yeah, and Jarrell's playing cards with them.
With no one. Badly.
Yeah,
Magical automaton.
Yeah.
Magical automatons.
yeah, you're just handing them cards. Is all you're doing. You're just passing cards.
Well,
back
the cards might not even be. I don't remember who. No,
the cards are real.
Yeah, the cards are real.
They're real cards.
But
Okay, but so we've kind of ended our last episode right at the revelation that this is all an illusion now. Mm-hmm. So since I'm just gonna look at like
somebody spin a top.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the crew who's not distracting the illusions right now because it is kind of entertaining to watch Jarrell still. Because
I don't think Jarrell's still doing that now.
Well, I don't know. They still seem.
outside, right?
I mean, they still seem intelligent. And remember, you thought that they meant well.
And
Yeah.
do you actually know yet?
No, we have not shared this with
Okay,
him yet
right.
because
I couldn't remember.
because you're distracting what we thought
Right,
were the
sure.
parents, but I right now just
We now know they're not.
so.
anything.
I'm just gonna turn to the rest of the group real quick and just be like, okay, so these are illusions, but at the same time, like they do seem to have at least like some general intelligence. Like they're more than just like standing there. Like they're interacting with like our pal Jarrell.
I mean,
right
barely.
there. Right, but call me paranoid. But maybe like this is like sort of this is also feeding information to wherever these kids are. So they're probably just watching us mess around in here too, for all we know.
But do we even know that there are kids?
What is real anymore, Quinn?
Well, we know that there's some sort of strange metal staircase leading underground. I think we should try to get into that thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's that thing in the wall. Should we just try to demolish it again?
It was on the exterior of the house. We were in the kitchen. You picked up the signal on the other side.
Well, we were in the kitchen, and I saw the door in the kitchen, and then I went outside to try to see if it was, continuing outside, and there was
Stairs of that door.
yeah, the door was to a descending hallway, I assume staircase that leads underground.
Sure.
Why? Yeah, I mean that's a great assumption. We were having a hard time kind of getting in there. There's no like doorknob or anything.
Where's Hoblet when you need him?
That was on the interior of the house. This is on the exterior of the house. You went outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean let's try to get down there. Let's collect Jarrell. Let's fill him in on what's going on. Let's just like calmly and plainly exit the house, just in case these parents are even remotely sentient in any way as illusions.
Right.
So I'm going to just like look at Jarrell. Hey, I think that we got what we needed here. It was, and I'm just gonna just like continue to play along and wave to the illusions. It was wonderful to meet you all.
Jarrell gathers the cards. Oh, I was just getting the hang of that game.
Yes, please. Stop by any time.
I think I was winning.
We might take you up on that. We'll see.
You think?
Jarrell made up his own card game, and he's not
And you
certain
still
he knew
don't know
how
if
to
you
win
won?
it. Well, I rolled a nat 1. I know
Yeah.
whether or not I knew what the
I
game.
don't think Jarrell knows how to play cards at all.
At all. Fair.
Yeah, it's
knows-
probably not the sort of thing that's really covered in the Holy Orders.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
But Jarrell will give the deck of cards back to Hedrick.
Yeah. Give me those. They all there? You didn't leave any on the floor, did you?
Well, you might wanna
I
count
think
them.
I counted. How many were there supposed to be again?
I just scanned the floor and I count them real quick.
Are they all there? I'm actually genuinely curious. I'll let the dice decide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something should happen.
I couldn't come up with the answer in my head in under 5 seconds, so now it's going to be random fate.
Random fate.
So you should roll a D100. If it's higher than 52, you have them all. But if you have anything less than 52,
Somehow you
only
might
get
have
that
more
many
than.
back.
I like
you
that
might
better
have
than what I
67 cards.
I like that better than what I had thought of.
Yeah,
I like this
Find out- I end up with like 80 cards somehow.
I hope somehow you roll like a 0.
Like, is it-
And they're all gone.
you can't roll a 0. That would be 100.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
So 1.
Somehow has one card
in
left.
the pack.
Oh wow!
51.
Did it really? That's
That's exactly right. I'd already lost a card, so.
I love that. Oh, I love
They're all
that.
there.
I love that
So it
story.
turns out Jarrell was playing short a full deck.
I'm also
no
thinking,
surprise there.
Is that the card that Jarrell needed to win the game that he made up?
Jarrell doesn't know.
Yeah. he
It
was
may be beyond his reckoning.
he was just passing cards out and making small talk.
Right.
He's good at that.
So we're outside.
So you are now outside the house.
Yes. Well, I think I'm gonna give the apparatus, the facial apparatus, back to Peridot.
Yes.
To scan us in, because if there's anyone who has a good chance of opening that door, it'd probably be the first one.
Okay, keeping in mind that the opening to the door is inside the house.
See, that's what I mean. So but you said there was a way, there was something on the outside that could help us.
What we
maybe
saw
indicate-
in the outside was just the rest of the passage.
Yes, kind of just something that the hallway continued another 10 feet and then took a 45-degree angle down into the ground.
I'm just trying to think of how we do this where we don't necessarily like. There's not a lot of hostility behind the intent of opening the door, but at the same time, like breaking into something is already kind of showing that.
Okay, so we're clear. The door is on the inside, correct?
Yes.
Now that Jarrell understands that it's all an illusion, because I don't think Jarrell tried to break down the.
No, not
right,
at all.
Right.
No, you thought that these people were real and that they were very genuine and wholesome individuals, and you just like wanted to share the good word with them.
So Peridot puts back on the apparatus
Mm-hmm.
and goes back inside the house. He goes into the boy's seemingly bedroom and takes a look around.
Oh, okay.
Investigates.
Okay.
Not to be too specific. You could just tell me
Okay,
what
you're
I
just
think, maybe.
looking to make an investigation check
Yeah.
or a recap of what was already in the room?
Investigation check with
Okay.
the goggles on.
Yeah, make an investigation check with the goggles on.
Nice.
What is this?
Investigation 21.
An investigation of 21 comes up that this is probably was the boys' room up until a few weeks ago.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah, and that sort of a layer of dust about maybe 2 weeks old is over everything.
Okay.
And that everything was here, but it hasn't been touched or used.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember investigating in here with Slim last time too. Yeah, there's like, I mean, their beds are in there. Like, you know, like I can see we see the initials. We definitely know it's their room, but
But with the goggles off, everything looked pristine, right?
Yes.
And with the
Yes.
goggles on,
Immaculate.
it looks dirty.
Yes. Yes,
I was
dusty
wondering
and
how-
disused.
I was wondering how magic goggles just found dust.
Yeah,
Like
that-
that's what it's like magical
Because
dust.
of the illusion.
yeah,
That makes
because
more
the
sense.
illusion is
All right.
making it look better.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
What do you see, Peridil?
Dust.
No,
Lots of dust.
Jarrell does not see any dust, correct?
In sand. I hate sand. Peridot, I think Peridot wants to use his, I'm going to say, Smith's tools to try to remove the hinges from the door downstairs. Or, I don't know where the stairs are, but maybe use the blacksmith's tools to remove the hinges on the doorway in the kitchen.
To remove the hinges on the large steel doorway with no handle.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would like you to make a check with those tools then.
here we go.
So
You have
but let's
proficiency for that,
rewind
right?
to just slightly before that. So you guys are going back into the house?
We've been in the house, yeah.
Well, yeah, he did just walk into the boys' room.
Okay.
Jarrell would follow
Yeah, he
him.
did. Okay. So when everyone else comes in, the parents are still sitting in the dining room.
Okay.
Just in
To our
exactly
eyes.
the same place they were. Or the living room, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sure.
Right where they were when they were playing the card game with their hands neatly folded in their laps.
Well, we
Just
can.
stay
Yeah. I
this
mean,
way.
yeah. I'm picturing this very like retro futurism, like 1950s, like you
Yes,
know.
and that's
Right.
exactly what you should be seeing is the awkward, those kind of 50s squirkly shapes that they just randomly put on shit. And that,
Squirkly is a technical term in graphic
yeah, I
design.
think so.
We all know what that
But
means.
that kind of salmony pink and teal that they used in fucking
Absolutely.
everything. like,
Absolutely. Yep.
yeah.
Totally understand.
Yeah, some pea green kitchen implements,
Oh yes.
of course.
And the father rises and cheerfully greets you all when you come in, and you
Ignore him.
blaze right on past him. to
Ignore
the
him
next
entirely.
Quinn bows to him and says, "Your hospitality knows no bounds.
you know it's not real, right?
Let's just
Jarrell,
play the part."
something clicks in Jarrell's head, and he's fairly off-put by these creatures. They're too close to doppelgangers.
Man, you are shook after that doppelganger. Shook.
Yes, you are walking through the shadow of Uncanny Valley.
Now, again, I cannot be frightened, but I don't like doppelgangers.
You can be perturbed or
Right.
disconcerted, right?
Yes.
That was our.
Everything here has a slightly doppelgangish hue.
Jarrell is trying to stay clear of the doppelgangers and follow Peridil.
All right. Peridot goes to
I'm surprised you
the.
didn't try to immediately strike them down.
I don't know if it's in Jarrell's nature to immediately kill them, but that's
I mean, it would be. I mean, okay. I mean, I'm not telling you how to live your life or anything like that. But I mean, like, you typically divine sense at any point in time when you think there's something evil afoot.
well. I
I'm shocked
already did.
you
I
have-
already did the divine sense.
Oh, and it's
I
not
think.
here, right? So like,
Do
what
you
are you
want me
gonna
to do
worry
another
about?
one? I'll do another one.
So what do you have to worry about?
Yeah, you can do another one.
I don't remember
see
when I
what
used
it
that one.
tells
Yeah,
you.
like Jarrell. Like, I mean, come on.
Nothing,
this is your
right?
specialty.
Nothing, because divine sense doesn't sense illusions.
No, but I'm just. What, yeah,
So it's
look-
going to be a very flat sort of area because there's
Right.
nothing living here.
right. So
Right.
there you go. Right? It's not. They're not doppelgangers, man. It's fine.
Jarrell will, on his way to follow Peridil, will poke the father to see if he feels him.
Feels like
Because I've done this before with illusions where I've just like kind of put my sword through stuff and it's been like a garbage pile. But I just want
yeah.
to poke them.
Okay. Your finger actually does meet resistance when you touch it. Like, this is an illusion so good it's there to the sense of touch as well. It's not just sight.
Jarrell slowly backs out of the room toward the kitchen.
All right.
you're just gonna poke
Yes.
poke the dad.
And when you start poking the
slowly
dad,
back away.
let's say you're poking him in the side, he stands there just as he would.
Blank stare kind of thing.
Kind of blank staring, but does say quietly, This makes me uncomfortable.
Is he smoking the pipe yet? Is it late in the day?
Is he
No,
back
we're
to that
not quite
routine?
late in the day. He's
Yeah.
still wearing work clothes.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Or what appear to be work clothes.
Excellent.
Whatever work clothes look like
Yes.
in this time and period.
All right. So then you would be making the check with your blacksmith's tools.
I'm
against
going
the
to
door.
take one more investigatory look at that door,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
You may investigate the door.
What do you know about
That's
this
a
door?
13.
Oh, what was that?
13.
A 13.
With the
So
goggles.
with the 13, it does just appear to be a very plain steel door, roughly 7 feet high, 4 feet wide, with 2 large hinges on the left side, and big, like, steel rivets going around the frame of the door. That's probably about a foot wide around the outside of the door, and they're every 6 inches, and they just look comically large.
I'm gonna try to press each of these rivets to see if they're like. Do they look like the buttons? Can I press into
They are
them?
rounded, but pressing them yields nothing.
But does he actually feel like the shape of these? Because like normally we would just see a wall
Yes.
here. Okay, but you can't. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
this steel feels quite real.
Okay.
And appears very real with the goggles on.
What does it look like to everyone else that I'm doing?
It looks like you're
Fine.
touching the wall.
Yeah.
You're
It's
just a blank
That
wall.
you are pushing on a wallpapered wall in the hallway.
Okay.
Can I help you, Paradil?
I don't think so. There's a door here.
There's a
You
wall
can't-
there.
Well, all right. Follow this, Jarrell.
Dig
I'm-
this, man.
You just like take his hand and like put it on one of the rivets. Just guide his hand.
And I just tell him what's going on. I'm like,
yeah.
let me remind you that I'm wearing a very magical setup here. I'm detecting and seeing through this veil of illusion that we're dealing with here. And there is a steel door here, and it's leading to a descending passageway.
So now Jarrell doesn't have the. I'm just hearing the weird psychological thing going on here because if I believe it to be there, so do I touch a wall or do I touch a steel door? Because it seems like Paradil can see and touch the metal, but it would be a wall there.
Yeah.
And Jarrell not seeing the metal touches the wall. Does that make? Am I just tripping myself?
I want you to make an investigation
Okay.
check.
6.
It feels like a flat surface.
Oh my god.
Because that's exactly what you're touching, both in the illusion and the real world.
But
is
it-
you're just running your hands.
Is it metal
over
or
it.
wall? Those are two
It-
different, very different
You're just
feels.
running. You can't. It feels very flat.
Well, yeah,
But-
a lot of things feel flat. Is it like cold like metal, or is it with a 6?
Jarrell, let me,
Well, see, that's
let me
the thing
interrupt your
is-
shenanigans here and just, you need to trust me. There's a
Yeah.
door here.
Yeah. You aren't touching the seam or anywhere near any of the rivets.
Right.
But your investigation isn't good enough to tell you. The
I might not even be.
difference between the two.
Be at where the door is.
No, you're exactly where the door is. You're just right in the middle
Okay.
of it, so you don't ever feel your way to any of the features, and it's unclear to you.
This is usually your specialty, isn't it? Breaking through doors.
Mine?
Well,
All of yours.
What if I could
I
get
have
you?
many specialties.
What if I could get you on the other side?
What?
What if I could take one of us, of my size or smaller, to a,
And
desig- to a,
teleport the
to a,
other side of the
a
door?
designated space to where we assume a continued corridor may be?
That
So
would
can
be
you
useful.
see that space? Or do you have to see that space?
It's
Or
any space within range, baby. I don't have to see shit.
yeah, but if you don't know how far in this goes or down, you could just literally teleport us into
Well,
like fucking dirt.
This is
through a wall.
yeah.
the risk that I'm proposing.
Who wants to go with him?
It looks like it's either you or Paradil.
I think it probably should be Hedrick and I.
Yeah.
You're willing to go
Well,
with
you have
him?
the goggles on.
Right.
Do you? You don't still have that?
Do not fuck up those goggles for me. I like those a lot. I trusted him with these,
Right.
but please don't break them.
Can we care about Paradil?
And obviously, and don't fuck up Peridot too either. I'm looking at Hedrick.
Oh, yeah.
Don't screw this up.
Well, I need proper direction. I mean, maybe I should pop those babies on. Have a look.
Okay, cool. I mean, you're probably gonna look at a door.
At 7 feet
Wait, hold on
by
a second.
4 feet.
Would it fit on his head? The welding mask
yeah.
specifically?
The welding mask, he would have to hold it in front. It
Okay.
wouldn't go over his
Because
head.
we do have much smaller heads. Now I think about it.
My hair's perfect right now. I ain't gonna mess that up.
Right.
So I'm looking through it at 7 feet tall and 4 feet wide. How thick do we wager this sucker is? I can take us pretty far,
Yeah,
but I don't want to overshoot it.
How far is pretty far?
I would say like if we're
500
standing.
feet.
You think this is a 500-foot door?
No, I'm just saying I can go up to that.
500-foot door.
500
This
feet
narrow.
thick.
Yeah,
It's 7 feet by 4 feet and 500 feet thick.
that's like the most obnoxious door ever.
These are some very heavy duty hinges.
Says you arrive
would it
exactly at
take
the
to-
spot desired.
Okay. First, I'm going to put the goggles back on and
So
try to investigate those hinges again. I'm going to see if those are like maybe some sort of device to open the door in disguise as well.
Okay. Looking at the hinges and the steel, it just appears to be steel with
Okay.
hinges there. There's nothing special about them, but you do have to look through at least 2 layers of enchantment to even see the steel.
Okay.
All right,
Um.
I've changed my mind. I think Hedrick's idea is pretty good.
Okay.
But just like, don't go far, like 5-10 feet.
Did we say
Can
stairs?
you imagine a door that's 5 feet
Well,
thick?
Did we say stairs? Because if it descends,
Yeah. Let's
Then I
go
may
3 feet
wanna
in front of
add-
us. If we're standing at the edge of the door, right in front of it, let's say we want to transport 3 feet past the door.
all right, buddy.
Let's go.
I'm ready if you are.
I'm ready.
And I'm gonna grab Paradil's hand.
And I click my heels together.
Yep.
3 times.
Out of curiosity, is this the spell Dimension Door?
It is.
I fucking love
I
this spell.
used this once while my intelligence was completely drained
Yeah, I
because you
remember.
were trying to figure out how to get across, and he just, oh, okay, boom, and just yeah. When
And you
guys
could
were trying
take
to figure
somebody
it out-
with you, but you didn't think
I
about
could
it.
have, yeah, I could have.
Okay.
And how many times can we use this?
Well, this is just a spell slot for me.
Right. But do you have more than one of these spell slots?
I do.
Okay, good.
In case you teleport yourself like into like soil.
Right.
Or like there's a monster there
Oh yeah, that
and
too.
I'm scared.
Think of all the monsters that we've encountered. Like, whatever's behind this door can't be worse than any of those.
Right.
They're just children.
Sure.
How evil do you think I am?
I mean, that's
a pretty loaded question.
Yeah.
that is a
there,
that is a
How
sliding
evil would you like to challenge me to be?
Dave. Again, like, I don't want to answer that.
I think we removed all of the pomp and like pressure from the situation. Can we just can we do the teleportation thing now?
Yeah, I think do it.
I'm gonna grab that shield just so I can visualize it perfectly. I'm gonna look
Yes.
through with
Yeah.
one hand and hold your hand with the other.
Okay.
Hold my hand.
And what are you looking for through the goggles there?
Well, I'm just detecting whether or not I see anything past this door, or am I just looking at the door? Is there any sort of detection of stairs, like it declines? Or
You just know it
Okay.
from outside.
Exactly what do those goggles do?
So it's detect magic, right?
It is
And
detect magic.
There is a limit to what detect magic can see through. So,
Steel is one of them.
yep.
Inch of
And
steel.
what it can see.
So the spell can penetrate most. So if you can actually see it, if it's actually visible to you, you can see the aura around it and know the school of magic. Otherwise, you just know the presence of magic within. At this point now, because of the goggles, 60 feet, and the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood and dirt. So you can't see through the door at all. You know that the door is magical, but you can't detect any magic beyond the door because the metal is like.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you is it's steel with several layers of enchantment over it.
And the adjacent walls, I could not see anything through like looking to the side.
You can't use it's not like X-ray vision. You can
Right.
detect
Okay.
the presence of it, and if you can see it, you see an aura
Yeah.
around it.
The other problem is that you wouldn't be able to see something non-magical on the other side of it anyway.
Makes
It's
sense.
not
I
granting
understand.
you X-ray vision.
I understand
Right.
now.
Right.
Let's go.
Yep. Bam. 3 feet straight ahead.
Nightcrawler, anyone?
I need to know the what does Dimension Door exactly do?
You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range, 500 feet. You arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward, upward, to the northeast at a 45-degree angle, whatever. You can bring along objects as long as their weight doesn't exceed what you can carry. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who is carrying gear up to its carrying capacity.
I'll do it.
Must be within 5 feet of you when you cast the spell. If you would arrive in a place already occupied by an object or a creature, you and any other creature traveling with you each take 4d6 force damage. And the spell fails to teleport you.
Okay.
Oh, good. You at least you won't get stuck in something.
Okay. I'm going to take that as sort of permission for what happens next to happen. I wanted to know, like, if it was Misty Step-like or something else.
Okay.
But
The spot has to exist.
there is, since you did that and you didn't actually check to see the nature of any of those enchantments, you run smack into the ward over the door. And both of you take
Ooh.
8. Let's see, it would be 8 lightning damage.
Ugh.
Okay.
And are dead stopped at the door.
Okay.
Dang!
Now I take out my smith's tools.
Wait, if his spell can't go through the ward, I mean, okay, I guess try to manipulate it, but be careful, because, like, this might bounce back at you, too. But give it a shot. Just be careful.
It didn't hurt just touching it.
Okay.
And he has proficiency with this.
Yeah,
spell.
but once you try to start messing with it, we'll see. Careful now.
So you're going to be making your check with your smith's tools to do what?
Like, dismantle the
Fuck
door.
up the hinges on the door.
Take
Try
them
to
off.
take them off.
Yeah.
Attempt to remove the hinges.
Can I help him in any way? Like hold the door in place or prop stuff up while he's trying to hammer stuff out?
You would be able to take the help action.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I want to do.
he rolls at advantage.
Yes.
There you go.
So
I like this.
you may make this check at advantage.
Come on, bud.
Hey, very good.
That's a 26.
A 26.
Mhm.
Now, when you're doing this, does this involve some hammering?
Yes, it does.
On the third strike of the hammer against your tools, the door swings open.
Oh.
Okay.
We just have to knock?
Oh, give me a break.
Fuck out. Get the fuck out. Yeah, right. Because when you encounter a door, right? Like, what's the one thing that you typically do in any other circumstance? You knock.
Knock on it.
Paradol, I'm sorry we got shocked.
Fuck you, I love you, Dave.
I'm okay with it.
Wow. Okay.
Does everyone else see the door open?
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, the door, as soon as it opens past the edge of the enchantment, it's very clearly visible.
A steel door.
Yes.
Interesting.
But does it actually, I'm just curious, does it still look like a wall, like where the
Yes,
door's
it
open?
still looks like a
Fantastic.
wall there.
That's fantastic.
That's wild.
So
Okay.
do only people wearing the goggles see that, or does everybody see
The
a
door is
open?
visible.
Yes,
Okay.
the
To
door
everyone.
itself,
That's what
as
he
soon
just
as
said.
it swings away from the plane of
Yeah,
the wall,
yeah.
is plainly visible.
So
Okay.
Paradol sort of like plays with the illusion. He like takes the goggles on and off, and is entertained by the fact that the wall is suddenly there and not there and there and not there.
Yes. And you can see the stairs go down a hallway about 4 feet wide, down at a 45-degree angle
Okay.
for almost as far as you can see.
And we weren't greeted by anybody?
No, you weren't greeted by anybody, but the hallway does appear to be well lit
That's good.
in a uniform gray.
Peridot, do you mind if I take the goggles back? You can keep the welding mask.
Oh, you're so kind.
Thanks.
Yes. Here are your goggles. Thank you so much, Felix.
All right. I am gonna. Wow. I mean, listen. Like we're working right now. You know, maybe another time. So I'm gonna put them back like on like kind of like on my forehead, but I'm not gonna flip them down just yet. I'll walk down with everybody just so I want to make sure till we get to like a level surface or whatever. I want to be able to actually see where my feet are going.
Okay. So the party continues down the stairway, and it goes down for probably about 400 or 500 feet.
That's pretty deep.
Yes.
Is it dark down here?
No, it is well lit throughout the hallway. And at the bottom, it opens up into what your brain would assume to be a cavern, but it doesn't look like a cavern at all. It looks like a well-lit, very bright, sunny, and quite happy version of the town you just left.
Underground.
Underground.
Is it like are there cave
Like
walls or is it
like
like
a
a missile
replica?
silo? Is it like Truman Show? Like
Are you looking through the goggles or not?
oh, I
wait,
don't get to see
let me
that.
just insert that I want to retcon that we closed the door behind us.
Okay. It is acknowledged that the door was closed behind you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I like your brain.
All right.
The way it works. Okay.
Brain is so beautiful.
Thank you. My brain says thanks.
So
That's how my brain sounds.
I will flip the goggles down and survey the landscape here and just see if if this town here is an illusion or if it's maybe crafted by something, if it's actually like physically, present.
It is heavily enchanted, but physically present.
Okay, so like the houses and the structures are real.
Yes.
But they are
There's
enchanted.
also heavy enchantments along the ceiling to make it look like a more authentic sky.
Are there
Okay.
people walking around?
I was gonna ask that too.
I would like you to make a perception check as you are quite far away from where the people would be.
Can Daryl look for people too?
It's a 12.
That is a 12. You see some activity far in the distance.
Okay. Could it be possible that this is the real townsfolk?
Why bother?
Well, I mean, think about it. They're 500 feet underground, and maybe they're deciding to survive down here. That's a theory.
This is how mole people are created.
Yeah, they seem like they don't want to be bothered. Let's turn back, guys. Let's
Yeah,
leave
right.
it.
That's it. It's done. Man, let's just go.
Are you dumb, Felix? Let's go talk to these people.
daft man.
I'm sorry. Was I ever suggesting that we don't interact with them?
We need to.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
don't
boys
think-
are down here.
Like this is not safe for anyone, even to underground. The undead can get underground. We've fought undead underground.
May I ask, can I estimate how wide, what are the dimensions of this cavern? I just want to get a picture. It seems like
It is
huge.
probably 2 miles across.
Wow. Okay. So like 10,000 feet.
2 miles across by about 200 feet high.
Okay.
Wow. It's like a whole world down here.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And how far away may we estimate this activity is from these people?
Most of the town is around the center of the area here, so you're looking at about a half a mile before you get to them.
I
Okay.
mean, let's start moving that direction.
Yeah.
I see no reason not to continue.
Does the town look the exact same?
Is there
Mostly the same.
is there a gaudy tower?
Is
Yeah,
there?
actually, that's a good question. Because that's a defining feature.
No, there is no gaudy tower.
Aha.
Okay.
Is the boys' house, both boys, is their house where it was above us? Like in terms of where the actual
The
town
layout
is.
looks similar. You can't see their house from where you are.
Right.
Okay.
Good point.
I
So-
can't see my house
Right.
from here.
We
Yeah, not from
should
ground level.
head and look for those boys down here then. Yes.
in the same house.
Yeah, I agree. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Okay.
If that was their house in that weird.
You know, that's
place,
actually that's a good plan, Jarrell. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you. Jarrell knows that Felix saying that to somebody else, especially him, means a lot. Because Jarrell plans usually go horribly
Yes.
wrong.
No, they don't.
I didn't say it this time.
You didn't say what this time.
Nothing. Point exactly.
All right.
All right.
So we head to
Yeah.
our estimation of where the house would have been in the town above us.
Yes. So you start heading there through the town.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like everyone to make a perception check.
I like those, I guess.
It was leaning toward an 18.
Nope. That's a nat 1.
Oh, I missed.
I got a nat 20.
You did.
Hey.
Okay, good. So, Felix,
Yes.
this is the most authentic looking town you've ever seen in your entire life.
God damn, it's like
You are
brand-
convinced.
convinced. This is
Yes.
authentic. This is the real deal.
Yes.
Have you ever seen more a town? No.
This is like the greatest town I've ever seen in my entire
The
life.
townliest
No, just
of towns.
Not the greatest, just more convincing that it is a town.
It's
It is
very
one,
much a town.
yeah.
You've never seen anything that is more.
A town than this.
Yeah.
Paradil?
Yeah, it is.
They're all robots.
What? Like robots?
Like, very visibly robotic in how they do things.
But is it like they were
Once you
upstairs,
look
or-
at them up close, they look incredibly inauthentic,
Mm-hmm.
very plasticky in the face. There's only about 3 or 4 different faces going around, even though they're all of different heights and wearing different clothing, but it's just over a mostly metal frame.
Does anybody look like they've got a secret? A super secret?
No, everyone looks exceptionally happy though.
Since I'm convinced that this is authentic, all of this,
Yes.
I'm going to walk up to one of the fine citizens of this town, of these people, and I was like, all of you need to evacuate immediately. You are not safe down here. And Felix is going to just start ranting at them about how unsafe it is and the statistics of being in an undead horde underground and how long you realistically have to survive, and going through this whole spiel of like doomsday prepping. And
He's
why this is a terrible
absolutely
idea.
shocked when you say that he's underground.
Paradil
And
is
looks
just
all around at the sky, at everything around, takes a listen for the birds, and looks at you like you're a fucking maniac.
Paradil just lays back and is kind of entertained by this.
I mean, listen, this is as authentic as it gets for me when it comes
Yes.
to towns. So
This is
His incredulity
absolutely a
is
town.
equally authentic.
okay.
In that he's acting like you're literally from another planet.
Paradil tries
He's
to.
kind of gesturing vaguely at him.
Yeah. What other groups of people might Paradil see? Yeah, everybody is a robot. That Paradil.
Everybody you see in this part of town is a robot.
Okay.
Not only are they all robots, but they are all doppelgangers. And Jarrell doesn't realize that they're robots, but he does recognize that they're literally all the same 4 people.
I do not.
Robo-gangers!
Right.
Wait a second. So they oh shit, they are doppelgangers in a way.
Jarrell is really not pleased with the situation.
Oh no.
He believes that he has found Dopplepopolis.
Metro Dopplepopolis.
This is going in directions I couldn't have imagined it going.
Quinn just turns
And our
to
town just
Hedrick.
got a name.
Yes, it really did. It's now Dopplepopolis. I'm officially...
I'll write it down.
Quinn turns to Hedrick and just goes, "When did the bards become the normal ones?"
I don't know, man. I just can't find an audience anywhere. There's no point in playing to these things.
All right. So Paradil finally interrupts Felix's fucking carousing.
Rant.
Yes, his lively argument with a robot that couldn't begin to pass a Turing test.
Yes, and he tells Felix, about all the robots that he can see, that
Yeah.
Paradil can see, and he's just saying, Felix, no one here is an actual person.
No, come on. Look at this is Joe.
Persuasion
Felix.
versus insight.
This is my buddy. We've been talking. I've been trying to convince them, and he
Yeah,
seems to think I'm
persuasion versus
crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm making this a persuasion versus insight.
Who's
contest.
rolling? Who's rolling?
I'm rolling
You're
insight.
persuading
I'm
him
okay.
versus
Yeah.
his insight.
Okay, my insight sucks. 2.
It takes you a couple minutes, but you do eventually
Well,
bring
11.
him around.
Yeah. Okay. I bring him around.
Jarrell is pacing back and forth and sweating.
Hedrick will try to comfort Jarrell
Yeah.
and convince him that these things are, in fact, just creations of 2 8-year-old artificer magicians.
They're all the same people.
I am absolutely embarrassed.
Speaking of which, let's try to find that house now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to skip you rolling for shame because I don't know how one would roll for shame, but
I feel it.
feel shame to the best of your role-playing ability for the next 1d4 minutes or something.
I feel very ashamed. I am sheepishly sort of like retreating into the group and just sort of
Right,
letting
because-
anyone else take the spotlight.
If you're
because-
sheepishly maybe eating crow, I think it maybe is animal handling.
I mean, I didn't talk a big game to be eating any crow over here. I'm going with Jarrell's plan.
I feel like the animal handling is either comes before or after the cooking check. Is there cooking?
Would that be a
Those are maybe.
But if you're eating
cooking
it,
supplies.
if you're eating it, wouldn't it be the Constitution check?
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
guys,
All right. So
guys, let's
we've
go try to find the boys' house again.
We have strayed from the path.
So just to be clear, these boys seem to have fooled Felix,
Yes.
who is
Ooh.
what was your the character trait you're always so fond
Shut
of?
the fuck up. That's why I feel shamed. Jarrell. Okay.
Seriously.
Can you
What is the character
Can you
trait?
just
Are you
remind
just
us?
are you just like what,
Oh, I love pointing out.
But why are you rubbing it in my face right now? We're supposed
Because
to be
I
on
want
the
to
same
make sure that everybody
team.
catches what's going on.
Just remind us what that character trait was.
I said, years of successfully deceiving others have made me cocky, and I think no one can see through my lies.
He was already feeling shame. What?
And nobody can fool Felix
So-
the way he fools others.
Yes.
So why are we piling on like this?
Oh, because it's fun to make him actually feel the shame.
What did I
That's
do?
why.
What did I do? I gave them a fun adventure last time too. This is the first time I've been playing this in a while. And what's the first thing they do when he comes back? They just shit on him. They just shit all over him.
I didn't do this to you.
We're on the same side.
You did this to yourself.
The dice did it to me. Okay, so let's just.
We're just enjoying the moment.
So now Jarrell does have a grin on his face, realizing what is all happening here, or at least putting together pieces of it. How long does it take us to find the actual boy's house?
It takes you 20 minutes to walk there.
Okay.
Cool.
Shall I knock, or do you want to, Quinn?
I'll take the honor.
You did last time too. That's fine.
Does anyone have a passive perception over 15, by the way?
No.
I really need to keep the track of those now, but I want to start using that.
No.
I feel like it's criminally underused around here.
No.
No. Okay. That's fine.
Damn it. Okay. Well, I was gonna do a thing, but you just kind of went and knocked. So
Yeah, we knocked.
I'm sorry.
So you do knock on the door.
3 times, right?
Thrice.
Okay.
Does another Robo-Dad answer it?
A more convincing looking Robo-Dad.
Oh, just Robo-Dad
Completely
2.0.
Yes, but completely identical to the one you met outside.
Okay.
Hi, it's good to see you again.
Oh.
That's creepy.
Hey, how's everything here?
Why, everything's fantastic. How are you on this bright and cheerful day?
I don't think it's any use talking to.
I'm just
were the boys'
convincing
names
them the
again?
same way we convinced the other one.
Right.
Guys,
right.
Fletcher.
Guys, let's go inside.
Yeah, let's just
I was
go.
gonna say, he said again, like,
Right.
this guy knows, he knows us.
Yeah.
Guys, let's go inside.
Okay, we go inside.
All right. We're all inside. Peridot shuts the door.
I'm gonna flip the goggles down. Is there another door?
No, there is no other door.
Just checking if this wasn't
the
like some
kitchen?
sort of like
It is the only thing
Inception
that's
bullshit.
different.
Okay.
Okay.
Like it's just like another layer to this town, another level below.
Like Russian dolls.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Peridot like whispers to Jarrell that he wants to try to restrain the father and like investigate what the fuck is up with these automatons, robots, and try to figure out how they're moving about and what their nature is exactly.
Jarrell doesn't apologize to doppelgangers, so he puts him in like a wrestling, like full Nelson.
Oh, this is happening.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Without even
It's
consulting
a doppelganger.
the group.
Paradil tells Jarrell to restrain the father, and Jarrell restrains the father.
Because you
just allowed Paradil to manipulate you at the same time,
No.
right?
No,
Paradil wants to know how these things work.
and doppelgangers are
Just saying.
coming close to the undead in terms of Jarrell's like paranoia list. So
Sure. So manipulated. Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
And just as an aside, I'm glad for just as far as plot devices go, I'm glad that we were referencing our character sheets, because the first thing on my personality traits is I always want to know how things work and what makes people tick. Is the exact
these are
word.
literally
ticking people.
ticking
I
people.
want to
Yes.
see what makes these people tick.
Oh my!
All right.
Phenomenal.
Does the android father fight back?
You're going to be grappling. I'm just getting to the grappling rules here.
Okay.
Sure. I guess I just want to advocate for Paradil for a second, since he's so. This plan was so inspired by his character traits. Does he feel inspired at all by doing this?
I will accept your intercession on his behalf.
This makes me feel really good and really bad, because I feel like when people get inspired in this game, it's a sign that they've just
Did
made a
something
very
stupid,
stupid decision.
Well, then I'm awarding it wrong if that's what it feels like.
Right.
Because it shouldn't feel like.
No.
No.
We've had some great ones.
You've
I
made.
think you got it.
I think you've made a very Paradil decision.
Right.
Okay, cool.
You make the decision whether it was right or wrong.
Yeah, no, that wasn't
No,
a
but-
criticism to any.
No, I love this because this is
I'm just
a
suddenly very
decision that
paranoid.
advances plot.
Right.
Exactly.
Yes.
It is plot.
It's usually just a strength check. Like
Like-
a grapple.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure
It
it
is.
is competing strength checks, and if Jarrell wins,
I have mine in full now.
Also,
Yes.
I'm using. Me and Jarrell are trying to grapple. them.
Okay, so I'm at advantage.
yeah, you would have to help to give him advantage on the strength.
Or you
Oh,
can
it
try to
only-
grapple him
It can
after
only
me.
be one-on-one.
One is one person is grappling the other, one person is just helping restrain, but
Distract or
Yeah, in the
Oh,
end,
we can't do a two-person takedown?
in the end, one person is going to end up restraining this thing,
Right.
at least at the start. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Well, I'm going to help.
As far as rules as written, as they say.
All right, so yes, we're gonna make our competing strength checks. You're going to be against a 16.
Nope, just barely lost.
So he easily shrugs you off.
Okay.
When you try to
Excuse me, sir. That's awful daggone rude.
Jarrell looks dejected and quizzical. Because he can usually manhandle people.
Dejected and quizzical.
And he asks Paradil, he's stronger than he looks. Should we just check the boy's room?
stronger than he. Yeah, you did try to help him, so.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's just go up there. Is it up there? I'm still not clear as
Why,
to what
excuse
are
me,
those stairs.
sir. And the dad now stands in Jarrell's way. Why do you think you can act like that in my home? I've got a good mind to cast you out.
Can I flip the goggles down? Is this guy enchanted?
He is enchanted, but it's not an illusion. It's a different enchantment that's on him.
Can I? So do I see an aura around him, or specific parts of him?
The aura is almost like it's under his quote skin.
Jarrell somewhat recognizes that these things aren't super intelligent, I guess. So he's going to try to lay on the puppy eyes and say, "Oh, I'm very sorry. We were just looking to assist your sons." And try to do a persuasion on that to the robot.
I'm gonna back you up, but I'm gonna give you assistance here by saying, it's just like where he comes from. That's how he greets people.
Greco-Roman.
I like that. I like that. All right, that's a good defense.
All right, that's not bad. Hey, 28.
28.
Lay the puppy eyes on thick.
Yeah, there's no way his insight can possibly catch up to that. So.
Okay, so he leaves me alone now.
He seems mollified.
Okay.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I got mollified at a rave once. It was pretty sweet.
Wow, heady joke.
It's fantastic.
All right, so do Paradil and Jarl make it to where the boys' room should be?
Yes, you get exactly to where the boys' room would be.
Messy or dirty? I'm following along. with you.
Jarl will knock first.
Oh, 3 times?
You knock, and there's no answer.
Okay.
Pregnant pause.
Should
Pregnant
we
pause.
open it?
Open the door.
Boy or girl?
What?
The pause was pregnant.
Was
Oh.
is the pause expecting a boy or a girl?
We will never know.
I think the pause is expecting 2 boys.
Oh, right.
That's what you would be
So-
expecting.
That's what we're
Someone
And
opens the door.
You open the door, and they are not there. But I would like this. I think is best served by an insight check for anyone looking in the room.
Definitely doing that. Oh my god! That's the second nat
That's
1!
2.
That is the second nat 1. Is there any way I can stop this from happening?
I got a 20.
You got a unnatural 20. So
Unnatural. 20.
yeah, an unnatural 20. So what you would notice then is that the room looks exactly like pixel perfect what the illusion outside looked like. Okay. Felix, it's an absolute mess in here.
Oh god, this is a disaster.
Like kids are so gross, and you're revolted by how sloppy they live and how unordered it is.
I need to leave the room.
Yes.
An extreme
immediately.
distraction from anything else.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You
like
can't
that.
perceive anything else. Because
I like that
it's-
translation as
yeah.
the net 1.
I leave the room and stand outside. I can't stand to look at that fucking mess.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna. I think we should do a deeper investigation of the room.
Okay. What are you investigating for? 'Cause I
Looking
think
under
that'll inform
beds,
the check.
going through drawers, things of that
It
nature.
looks-
Looking behind the curtains.
Lived in?
Yeah.
Like you're just kind of shuffling through a kid's room right now.
Tasting the door handles.
They are all classic door handle flavor.
Okay. Classic. Original. I like it.
Yet they have nobody's been here to reflavor them.
No.
Do we use the pods of casting prior, or should we?
It's a new day now.
Yeah. Hedrick, do you want? I suggested this earlier. Do you think maybe we should use those giant pod beans?
You know, I'm not sure I have it on me.
You didn't bring the pot of casting
No,
with you?
did you give it back to me
I think-
after my intelligence had been
Oh,
taken? I
right.
thought Quinn had it. I don't think he ever gave it back.
So Quinn still has the pot of casting.
Well, I mean, yeah, those robots probably
So-
aren't going to care about
So Hedrick
Cast.
realizes that Jarrell asked Hedrick if he has the pot of casting, and he does not. Quinn does. Quinn has it from when he was 0 intelligence. Right? You have the pot of casting?
You were
on
talking to the interns on the surface.
Oh yes.
It got handed off to you, and I don't think I ever got it back.
Just
Well,
saying.
did you ask for them back?
No, of course he didn't.
He had,
I'm just
he had
looking-
one
I
intelligence.
mean, let's not accuse people of things that you don't really understand the whole story.
Well, Hedrick really hadn't.
Quinn,
thought
nobody's
about it.
saying you
Yeah.
stole them. Just give them back to him or use them yourself. I really don't care. Just somebody eat the bean.
Well, I'll just give them back because I didn't take them to begin with.
But you have them.
Right, I was given them. I didn't take them.
Oh, there they are. Thank you, Quinn. All right. So
Accusations.
I can eat this thing. Just let me know what you want me to say.
I would suggest that we at least try to catch the attention of those boys.
Right.
Paradil, are you still making mundane checks like on, around, and under the bed?
Constantly.
Okay, constantly. But you're just looking for stuff in the material.
My
has to
stamina is amazing.
Okay. Your stamina is duly noted. Before, I just want to kind of just continue to get a quick feel on what everyone else is doing before we trigger the pods of casting. 'Cause It's a big obvious effect.
Right.
Jarrell, what do you got going on right now?
Jarrell is just kind of suggesting to Hedrick that you should probably do something that would be engaging to them, not scary, fun. Try to get them here as quick as possible.
So anything within.
So Jarrell's thinking of like a fun cartoon TV show we could put in.
Like
Yeah.
whimsical radio show.
That sounds good. But everything within like 2,000 feet,
1,000 feet.
I got the amplifier.
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm going to do this, this is how I do it. I crank it up to 11. So everything that's not a robot is going to hear this.
Fantastic, and we will get to that. Felix, what are you up to right now?
I'm still lamenting about how much of a disaster that room is, honestly.
Okay.
So,
It is really disastrous.
yeah.
Quinn, what do you got going on?
Looking for a liquor cabinet.
In a child's
Or a
room?
wine cellar.
Yeah,
or
in
a wine
the kids' room.
refrigerator.
Literally just so appalled that he could be accused of stealing.
I'll just take a wine cooler.
First of all, the kids built this place. Like, do you think they just conjured a bunch of alcohol for a bunch of robots? Like,
It's a house.
Maybe
It's supposed to look realistic.
a weed
Yes.
box or
and
a
you would
cocaine
realistically
drawer.
know the 8-year-olds probably don't have their stash of booze in their room.
or think about even
They're
doing that.
terrible 8-year-olds.
What? What were you doing when you were 8, Quinn?
You never snuck into your parents' liquor cabinet?
At 8 years old? No.
My parents had a methamphetamine safe.
Oof.
I'm sorry.
Well, it was
Where do we take this joke?
the saving
after
grace was the MDMA bread box. I think.
that you need a whole bread box for it.
Yeah.
Is what gives context.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Densely packed. Just a brick.
Okay. So
It was the best thing since sliced MDMA.
Oh, jeez.
Quinn, you are unable to find any alcohol in the kids' room.
Or other narcotics. Hopefully.
Apple juice we can ferment? Anything?
Nothing, any kind of recreational.
Just need a drink.
Well, then maybe you should have smartened up and tried to look in the kitchen. And not
You
the
should
kitchen.
have your flask.
I'm looking in the house.
You have a golden
You
crusted
didn't
flask.
say you were looking in the house.
He did ask, and
I did.
okay, he's
I
looking
said
in
it's a house.
You just
I'm
said you
looking
were
for the liquor
for-
cabinet.
Moving
Okay.
on.
Of course, I'm not looking for a liquor cabinet in a children's room.
I'm looking
What do you
for the
take me
liquor
for?
cabinet.
Someone who wasn't nearly as specific as they needed to be. But make me a perception check.
A liquor cabinet.
Oh shit! Gloves just came off.
shit. Shots fired.
A 10.
A 10. You are unable to find the liquor cabinet in this kitchen.
It's actually an 11. I did the math wrong, but still.
You continue to be unable to find it.
All right, so
All right, so Hedrick, what will you be casting if you so choose to cast?
Well, I think he's going to try to write a song. The main part is him getting the kids to where we are.
Okay.
You're gonna write a song on the fly?
Barney?
Oh, okay.
Is this like a Barney
I was
moment?
gonna be like, God damn,
I'm
dude.
I'm not that good. I was going over stuff in my head, none of it is sticking.
So we know that Phil actually does possess limits of any kind.
right.
Right.
Because I wrote down a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if any of it actually works here.
Uh-oh. As long as it vaguely draws, the people we're trying to find to our location, I think that we've done our job.
Musical numbers are super accepted in this idiom anyway, so.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to get back to your house?
Kids show.
Hey
Yeah.
kids, we're strange adults hanging out in your room. You should totally try to come hang out with us because we're not creepy at all.
Great song.
Nailed it.
I think that
That's
totally
why of all,
communicates.
of all the musicians at this table, I'm not one of them.
Undead, play along. Come join the fun and play along.
All right, lamb chop reference.
All right.
Love it.
You're welcome.
Come along, I'm assuring ya, we're the heroes of Telduria. So I want to have a bunch of fun. All I need is to bring someone.
8-year-olds.
Don't interrupt. Sorry. Felix will walk into the room specifically to smack Quinn for interrupting.
It's time
What
to.
Quinn does.
Quinn takes 1 bludgeoning damage from the smacking.
What?
It's time to have a lot of fun. So come on to whatever house
Your
we're
house.
at. Yeah.
Whatever house we're at.
If you can hear this, we want to have a great time today. And we've got a lot planned. We'd sure like it if you joined us. So come along, I'm assuring ya, we're the heroes of Telduria. Come on, kids. Come on. It'll be fun.
From out in the backyard, you hear, well, you'd certainly be the least effective pedophiles of all time. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Damn it. Was that a review?
Yeah, that was a review.
That's a win. All right, that's a pass-fail situation.
1 star. I would give it 0 stars for this quality of pedophilia.
I'll take it.
So, if you like us, or if at least you're not sufficiently creeped out by us, you can find us on the internet. We're in such places as Reddit/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on, we're on Facebook, also at Hapless Heroes Podcast. We can be found on both Twitter and Instagram, and aren't they more or less the same thing at this point?
At Hapless Heroes.
At Hapless Heroes. All of these places will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where we are just there all the darn time.
We just exist.
Loving to be part of this community that spawned around us, and maybe we had some part in creating, but it sustains itself. So I'm not going to say we have nothing to do with it, but at this point, it's sort of a self-sustaining community that we would love you to come and be a part of and
Hang out.
yeah,
Talk to us.
talk to us and
Join us.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna make that creepy at fucking all, are we?
I think we just can't help but go there because it's just it's the implication, you know?
Because
Yes. So yes, come out on a virtual boat with us out on the internet in our Discord server. Now, if you really like us, and after that I have no idea how, but if you really like us, please do leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We're on anywhere you can get good podcasts: Google Play Music, Apple Podcasts.
Literally anywhere that lets you review
All
this
these places.
fabulous podcast.
Yeah, at this point I need not get tripped up over names. Now, if you really, really like us, though, speaking of P's, we have Patreon that you could donate to, and there are several reward tiers, all with pretty great stuff attached to our podcast. Whether it's access to James's year 1 notebook, some unreleased audio episodes, access to our Discord
Special channel.
Yeah, that special channel where you can see and hear special things about stuff.
And new bloopers the moment that they are
Yeah.
edited and ready for release.
That's really the selling point here is the bloopers, because they're fantastic.
They go on Patreon too, but you know,
Yeah.
well, bloopers or the tasteful nudes, which nobody has hit that level yet.
no one yet.
No, and dear God, please don't. We feel bad
We want them to.
because
We want
we'd
them
have
to.
produce the nudes.
Yeah, but exactly, like one day we're gonna rue the day where we actually continue to promise tasteful nudes, and someone's gonna pay us a shitload of money.
I'll give them some tasteful
I'm on a
nudes.
diet. I'm good.
I think we're all game.
I could show off a little bit.
Well, you
Super
said it. It's
zoomed
now
in.
immortalized on the internet forever. So you said it.
Legal binding agreement when the
Here's
day
my
comes.
elbow.
This is my hippo.
Nobody said what parts we had to show.
That's what I'm saying. Just super zoomed in.
Like,
Just feel like
here's my naked toe.
yeah.
Well, we'll save that conversation for the next time, because right now we have to talk about what happens if one of our listeners likes us. Right now they like us. Sally Field. Let's say end the whole deal.
And the whole deal.
And the whole deal.
Really?
100% of the deal.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
Well, if you like us that much, get access to a commercial meat grinder, throw a bunch of squirrels into it, bottle the contents as Hapless Heroes brand squirrel chutney, and that's some good licensing, I think. That'll promote our podcast.
Our
That
vegan
one's doable. That one's totally doable.
Totally doable.
Our vegan listeners can totally use green beans. That's fine.
Right, and PETA definitely just boycotted this podcast.
If they had
Yeah,
not, right?
well-
Look what we did to camels and like.
Like episode 44.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're past PETA at this point.
Yeah, oh, way past.
You know what? I can suffer the loss of PETA. I think that's doable for me.
Yeah.
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 Katniss can go too. But anyway, let's outro our cast, and we're going to start from our right. As Hedrick the Entertainer, we have Phil.
Howdy, boys. By the destiny of fates and the power of my music, we are here to save you.
To his right is Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind. We have Mike.
I'm wondering what I've done wrong to be actively luring 8-year-olds.
To his right is Felix Fizzlebottom. We have Francesco.
I have never felt so embarrassed.
To his right as Lord Jarrell the Light, we have John.
Until next time.
To his right as Paradin Lincolnwoods, we have Zach.
They may say these kids are 8, but they look like 10s to me.
Oh, no!
No, my name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master. Get the hell out of here before you're implicated.
Run for your lives.
Yes. Bye.
I ain't grabbed no shoes or nothing. I ran for my life.
Oh my god.
Yowza.
Mike
Wow.
does not know what's up.
Speechless.
I don't even know what to do with that. I guess it stays.
I am trying to keep my job as a teacher, you know.